Sunday rolls around and they're back on the screen. James and Dan, the wildest pair you've ever seen. Shooting up the airwaves, ready to ignite. Talking all things Poda, they're live tonight. From pile-ups to gear and crazy ham hacks, you never know where the convo tracks. One minute it's antennas, next it's a dare. Welcome to the world of the wild on-air affair. It's shenanigans, cranking up the sound. James and Dan taking Poda to town. Talking crazy calls and late night thrills. Tuning up the bands with the power and the skills. Shenanigans, you know it's never tame. Every Sunday night they're bringing the game. They're swapping stories about the wildest roads. Park to park, from the highs to the bros. Radio's failing but they make it through. Working those stations, yeah, nothing they can't do. James says, late shift's the thrill of it all. Dan's like, watch this pile up, I'll catch 'em all. With gear on the table and coffee in hand, they're rocking shenanigans across the land. It's shenanigans, cranking up the sound. James and Dan taking Poda to town. Talking crazy calls and late night thrills. Tuning up the bands with the power and the skills. Shenanigans, you know it's never tame. Every Sunday night they're bringing the game. From wild activations to DX trees, they're riding the waves, breaking all the beats. Maybe a bet on who's faster on the draw. No matter what they chat, they leave us in awe.
What is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8, Papa Zulu November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by, your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. It is Sunday, time for some shenanigans, some great music, and some fun. I'm telling you, I'm in a good mood tonight.
Uh-oh.
Let's thank these Patreons first, including our newest Patreon. Welcome back, Dom. Little hiatus from the Patreon, but he is back and ready to rock and roll with all of the crazy Patreon things that we do. You know, speaking of that, it is super, super close to the first Patreon meetup of the year. Murphy is getting ready to happen, and I'm really excited. Also, a shout out to the YouTube members who gets their very own video every week now. And, you know, you guys are in green in chat. You know who you are. But I'll tell you what, tomorrow's video is a little test. I'm testing out a new form of videos. And I want you guys to let me know what you guys think about it if you like this kind of video. So just check it out tomorrow. Make sure and watch it. And the ever-changing board. Lots of all-stream donations. Josh and Kent just hit at me while I was backstream with the all-stream donation. And the Hand of the King with his big time all-stream donation as well, moving to that top spot. Thank you guys very much, and it's an exciting year. Let me tell you,
and Josh, I'm sorry, but I had to donate to the Make Bands Better Again Fund because the last couple of days they've been bad.
I did pre-warn Josh the other day because somebody said that they were going to give Josh a run for the money, And I said, well, I'm going to tell you, the yearly StreamYard is getting ready to come out probably at the end of the month or the beginning of the month. And it's going to be rough to catch Dan this time.
It is Sunday. Welcome to Shenanigans, everybody. Episode 117. Can y'all believe y'all been putting up with these two clowns on YouTube for that long? 117 weeks. That is crazy. Run through the chat. Let's see who's here. Whiskey Charlie, who did a little Alabama rove today, might still be doing it. What's going on, buddy? Andy Callie, always good to see you. Kent Kilo 9 Alpha Echo, who did hit us up with some off-stream pizzas right before the stream. Thank you. Kilo Oscar 4 Golf. Bravo. What's happening, Mo? Mike 88 KB. Hello. Whiskey 4 Good Sugar. What's going on, Scott? NC Old Man Overload Turd. What's up? Whiskey 0 Charlie Golf Charlie. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Georgia Parks and Propagation Recreation. That's our buddy Ron Chris over in the recreation for the propagation. There's been no propagation, so he's doing recreation now, I guess. Where was I? And Scott at N2 TKT. Good evening. Kelly Rose, KI4JAV. Good to see you. Kilo Oscar 4 November Lover is in the house making the Adventure Club board. Sherry says she doesn't have to pay taxes because she did not activate during the stream. Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Victor Delta. Hello. Kilo 4 Lemur India. Josh. James Walker, that'd be Dad. Kilo Delta 9 Uniform Victor. Kilo is in the house. And KO4 FSZ Antennas. Or as we like to say around here, Kilo Oscar 4 Foxtrot Sierra. Zulu is in the house. Happy Sunday shenanigans, everybody. 117 is the episode number. I'm sorry y'all put up with us for this long.
So what in the Logan County is that crap? Go do your activation right before the stream and quit when it's time for the stream, just so you ain't got to pay tax. That's some Logan County crap right there, I'll tell you.
There you go. Let's see, Kilo Juliet 5. Oh, man, that call sign right there throwing me for a loop. Kilo Juliet 5. Kilo Quebec X-ray. I just imagined while I was saying that verbally, I imagined sending it in Morse code. Hello. And Alpha Echo 4 X-ray Oscar with the $2 to make us holla.
Finished this tower project today. Awesome stuff. Good stuff. You know, I can't wait till I just have the ultimate amount of land to where I just have this, I'm just going to go around and I'm going to plant antennas and watch them grow.
Water them.
That's the thing that I dread is a tower project because there's a lot of work into putting up a tower. A whole lot of work. And it's just absolute crazy how much work it is. So
yeah, the band. Sherry said the bands are still crap. We went out Saturday, and we squeaked out like 40, 45 on sideband. And I got another couple, 2-3 handfuls on CW. But man, it was like pulling teeth, man.
Well, that's what today's thumbnail is. You know, my thumbnails always mean something.
That's right.
You see the sun all lit up with all this craziness going in it, and you see me with a green flag. You don't see me with that white flag. You see me saying, "Bring it on, buddy," because I'm still going out there and I'm still activating left and right, and that's what I'm going to do.
Speaking of bad bands, I know this is shenanigans, but we're going to talk radio here for a minute. This goes out to you, random Facebook POTA group poster. Not going to say your name, but people have been commenting all last couple of days. Is it worth going out activating? How are the bands? Am I going to get activated? You'll get activated. If you're going to get 10 contacts, you're not going to get as many as maybe you would like, but I don't think I've ever been worried about not getting activated. I mean, if I get 11 or 12, I mean, whatever, you got the park activated, but go out. I don't care if there's a radio blackout. I don't care what the forecast says. Screw it. Go to a park, have fun, get your contacts, and enjoy the day.
I have been out in a full radio blackout. There's been one in the last few years that I know of, and I have been out in it. And guess what? I got activated, guys.
Yeah.
I got activated. Yes, most of my contacts were on 2 meters, and I'm not even in a 2 meter range. But it just happens. Last chance sale. Thank you for the super chat. Last chance sale. Need to sell 3 tonight, or my wife is making me go get a real job. $5 off, free shipping. $5 USD, free shipping. April 20. Oh, I guess that's the code.
KO4 FSZ antennas. Go check him out. He needs $5 to make you holla because he gets paid to make the end feds. There you go. Bands are always open, just not wide. That right there should stay up there the whole dang stream. That's a good attitude right there. The bands are always open, just not that wide.
They are. Listen, last night, were they what they were normally? No. But here was the thing. You're gonna love this, Dan. You're gonna absolutely love this. Guess where I was just tearing up on 40 meters. I mean, they were hunting me left and right last night.
Georgia, Florida. Yeah, I knew it. God, those they'll hunt all day long.
They were I bet you I got 25 or 30 people from Florida last night.
That's crazy.
40 minutes.
I thought the bands were decent today. The people that I did hunt, except for you on 40, it was atrocious. But the people I did hunt were loud. On 20, you were solid S9, maybe a little over. I got Kyle. He was at the Arch and worked him just fine. He had a really strong signal. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the greatest. My activations averaged around 40 to 50 an activation. And that's really, really horrible for me. But it's better than sitting in a house saying, well, I would go out and activate, but I don't know if I'd get my 10. Come on.
Yeah, guys, don't worry about getting your 10. Get off your derriere. Get out to the park and do it. You'll get 10.
That's right. The hunters make it possible. That is the best statement I've ever heard right there, because that is the absolute truth. That is one thing I can count on. I'll pick on PP Man, because PP Man will always call me and tell me how bad the bands are. But I'm going to tell you right now that I can guarantee you that I've got plenty of hunters that will get me. There's people out there that will get me.
Look at this 0.01 West, by God, Virginia flex right here.
That's right.
That's crazy.
Pete's been killing it with the QRP. I mean, absolutely killing it.
You'll get CW down, sure. It's just a matter of learning at your own pace. You might, if you're dyslexic or if hard of hearing the differences between dits and dashes and stuff like that, you might just have to come up with your own custom way to learn it. But
I have got it. I'm going to help her out. So she always tries to drive me absolutely insane, because she wants to go to sleep listening to this stupid I'm an insomniac stuff on YouTube, the rain and all this other crazy stuff. I'm going to fix this. From now on, when you sleep, you are going to watch Thomas Witherspoon videos.
That'll do it.
The same exact way I would fall asleep when I was learning CW.
You see, I thought you were going to say that you're going to make her learn the letters by driving the rumble strips on the side of the road right before you hop onto the sidewalk that say you're not supposed to drive here, and it hits your tire. If you listen real close, some of them you can make into Morse code characters. Some of them go like, and you're like, oh, that's a V.
I'm just going to walk around the house just verbally doing her call sign in CW.
There you go.
I already drive her crazy enough, and I got for like 2 days or 3 days, I kept singing the Hump Day Ramble just over and over. I could not stop. It was just stuck in my head. And she's like, if you don't stop singing.
Start sending it to her in Morse code. Yeah.
Oh.
We should make an intro where the words are in Morse code, and then the first person that tells us the lyrics to the song would win a prize.
I guarantee you we got some people out there that can do it.
Oh, yeah. But no, the bands will get better. Just activate. There's weird to me when people ask, should I go activate? Are the bands, does it matter? Go out and have fun, you know?
All right, let's see here.
Uh-oh. Do we have late breaking news coming in on the phone?
Oh no, it ain't what I thought it was. Okay. I can tell you there is late breaking news, and if Sierra Foxtrot Bravo's in the chat, he's going to be so angry about it. When I did get up this morning, and half the time I don't look at my phone and stuff, and I got on the road and started heading out, and I stopped somewhere to get gas or something, and I looked at my phone, and I look, and Terry's message starts with, "Don't shoot the messenger." So we are not going on our road tomorrow because it looks like we're having more severe weather tomorrow. Yeah. So it looks like it is now pushed back again till Thursday now. So those West Virginia parks are going to have to wait till Thursday, unfortunately. But they're coming. They're coming. Hopefully this week they're coming.
It's that time of the year too. It's going to be raining and storming about every afternoon around here. So,
but in good news. In good news, I have also been talking to Kelly, who's in the chat, when we're starting to work out the details on 6 Mile Island. So I can't wait for that. It means I'm going to have to get busy, because if 6 Mile Island's coming up, that means I've got 10 other parks I need to wipe out first. So, because I want 6 Mile Island to be the last one. Oh, look at there. Here's Mike. He's like, what? Hey, blame Terry. He turned on the severe weather crap again. So it's pushed back to Thursday.
Nah, I think he was just making that as an excuse. I think he has to wash his hair, doesn't he?
He may have to.
Yeah.
You never know about him. So maybe it'll be a blessing, because maybe the bands will be opened up by Thursday.
I don't think Terry's here in the chat, so we might as well just talk about him.
You know, if he's not in the chat, we should definitely talk about him, because everybody should be in the chat. He's probably doing one of those long lost "I miss you" calls with Pee-Pee Man.
Yeah, he's probably a suck-a-lotta.
Sometimes they got to do that. He's a suck-a-lotta thinking about Pee-Pee Man and calling him.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, and in other good news, the other park that I thought I was going to have to take and do a boat, I do not, because Brent, one of the Patreons, messaged one of the local clubs, and he got the phone number for the guy who was the only other guy who activated. So I started texting him, and he's like, "Call me, I'm driving." So I called him, and it's landlocked. But here's the thing. The land around it is owned by a logging company. And if you call them, they will give you a 1-day permit to cross their land and activate the park. And he just gave me the number. So, hopefully that one will be gotten really quick.
Absolutely.
And then some of them other ones will be gotten really quick, and then we'll be done with it all.
That sounds like a plan.
I'm still waiting on one of them to open for the year, of course, but hopefully it opens fairly soon.
Speaking of that, we mentioned Pee-Pee Man, and he was one of the few hunters that we got. He hunted me on 30 meter CW. He was actually quite loud, but he's been helping me out a lot. He's like the CAD Fusion 3D master. Him and Robbie, I would guess, and he's been helping me out quite a bit. I got a new 3D printer, and we're going to start making some stuff. So he's been helping me out with that. So thank you, PP.
Thank you very much, Brian, for the super chat, which is actually Texas because he's wanting pointed to the bathroom in this WMA.
It's over there.
Yeah, it's to the left and the right and behind you and in front of you. It's everywhere. And this statement right here, K4SWL's videos bring me such calm and peace. That's what I said. It's so easy, and I joke with Tom about this. I'm like, your videos are so easy to fall asleep to. And it's like, thanks, but no, Tom has such a calming voice, and it's funny because I really think that listening to CW while I sleep really helped me in the beginning. There's no scientific study behind this, but I swear, because there were times that I would just wake up and I would say the call sign that he was sending. Now that might be my craziness, but yes, Tom's got this soothing voice. It's kind of when Tom talks, it's kind of like he's going, soft kitty, warm kitty. I won't sing the rest of it because we'll get kicked out of here.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, it's the latrine. The latrine in the WMAs. Very good, Pete.
Yeah, just be glad it's not. I don't know. Is it deer? No, it's not deer season anymore. Yeah, you should be good to go. Nobody's gonna be hunting no whitetail out there.
It depends on what part of West Virginia. Oh, it's Alabama. He's okay. Depends on what part of West Virginia you're in.
Well, don't they hunt in Alabama like year round? They don't care about rules, do they? I tried learning CW at night in the early 2000s while I slept. Didn't work. I like CW better.
You know, the best thing to do is learn it while you're young. Matter of fact, I was at a Ham Fest Saturday. It was a high school club that sponsored a Ham Fest, and they did it. And I went down there, tried to give them some support and stuff. And I was telling them young guys, learn CW now, because it'll be easier for you to learn, and you'll never forget it. You learn it when you're old, you can forget it in 5 seconds. Because our brains are marshmallows. Yours is a sponge.
Sponge, exactly. That's true. It took me probably 4, 5, or 6 calls, because that's the first time I've activated CW in probably a month. It took me 4, 5, or 6 calls before I would wrap my head about what somebody was. I was mixing up Q's and Y's and C's. I was like, oh my God, help me. You're still in the PZN challenge, mommy noodles.
So we said it on the last stream that if I gave him buys until that last stream, since he hunted me that day, that he would still fall out. And he has hunted me one more day this week.
I was just talking about you and Sterling up there at the arch activating, and one of the best signals I heard on 20 meters all day. So,
well, that's because he was loading up the arch.
I think he shunt fed it. Matter of fact, because he was a solid 5.7. Sounded a lot. I mean, I can't really go by my meter. You're 5.9 in my ear, but I happen to glance at the meter 5.7. But I always run with like 6 dB of attenuation in. So go ahead and bump that up to 5.8, 5.8.5.
So here we go. Here we go. Kyle says it's a weekly challenge. I'll tell you what, Kyle. If they get a challenge going when they hunt me all year, but if you hunt me once a week for the rest of the year, I will 3D print you a little pile of poop and give it to you.
No, you need to print them a basket of noodles that says "mommy" on top of it.
You never know. I like to custom 3D print stuff for stuff. I 3D printed Andrew a custom ice cream scoop.
Yeah, that's great.
He says it's on. He needs some new dung. Oh, good stuff.
It's almost time to take the old the old hiker out and do some camping, huh? Getting that time of year.
It's always a good time to camp.
Oh, Josh said this morning it was 30 something freaking degrees in North Carolina. So I said, "What? No way." So I opened up my phone and I looked at the temperature here in southern Georgia, northern Florida, and it was 48. I was like, "Wow." Apparently oh, shots fired, Kyle. Come on now. They did good today at the Arch. I'm sure they made a lot of contacts. So.
See that, and that's why it's shenanigans. Even the viewers know it's shenanigans. Barry Amateur Radio Club, which I am a member of.
That's right. That's probably a Stroke Tango Bravo. He's on the wrong account again.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my goodness. No, before you change accounts, Brian, is that account subscribed to the channel?
Yeah, you should make sure and subscribe to the channel with that account and make sure and click the like button on that account as well.
Absolutely. Tortoise Overland. What's going on, buddy? Welcome back.
Oh. So it's great. So you got old man Overland, turd in here, and then you got Tortoise Overland. It's good to see we're starting to get some diversity in here from different areas too.
Man, I followed TRD around all weekend during the Georgia Parks event. Every time I heard him park to park somebody, I just happened to be on the frequency hunting the same. I wasn't really following him around. I happened to be there. Every time I hear him park to park somebody, I go, "Turd." Every single time.
It's one of those things that you can't unhear. You know what I'm saying? It's you just can't. It's kind of like, you know, there's this one guy. I think he's in Georgia, and he always calls his call sign like he's on a 2 meter. He don't say, Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zone November. He says K8 in. Yeah. Which typically drives me insane when somebody does that on HF. But he did it so many times when he first started hunting me. Now he actually says his call sign phonetically, and I'll come back to him like I'm on 2 meters, calling it the old way, because I can't undo it. I just can't. Just like quack quack duck. I even did it one night. I said, Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec Delta, you're 5'9". He said, "You're 5'9", James." I said, "Are you really going to take that? Come on, quack quack duck."
I was listening to Mike's stream the other day that he did from inside of the car, and and Fort TRD called him, and Mike actually said, "Oh, and Fort Turd." I said, "Great, that is awesome. It is caught on everywhere now."
Yeah, sidewalk Sherry has created a storm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's a pileup storm. It's turd.
That day he was doing that in your pileup had me in stitches, man. I don't know what took you so long to hear him, because he was like, I don't know, 40,000 over here. He sounded phenomenal. He just turd.
Listen,
I bet you everybody else is like, who is this lid hollering turd in a pileup?
There's so many voices and things going on in my pileup sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like Josh. I know Josh's voice really well, but he was just getting in there and hooping and hollering one night. and I'd hear him, but I couldn't make out his tone because there was so much around it. And then finally I heard his tone, and I called his call sign.
Yep. We have a knack around these parts for giving somebody a nickname and it just sticking with them.
So it happens,
Yep. Farting zebras, turds. You got pee-pee man. You know, you got
Josh says,
you got
"Yeah."
Josh. Yeah, I call him the yeah buddy.
We've caught him a couple of things. I like it. Sherry called him Kilo 4, lovely individual one day.
NC4XL, that's North Carolina for extreme lovers. But he's not. He's just plain old Dom. Welcome to the chat, and thank you so much for rejoining the Patreon, buddy. Good to see you.
Always great to see Dom in the chat and hanging out with us.
If you're into some no holds barred the way it is from the darling old man, go check out his YouTube channel. He has some really, really good insight on POTA activations, even some hunting stuff that you want his take on things. Very good take. Go check him out.
Eddie wants to know how many turns to make a pile.
Not more than 5, I would think.
No. Yeah, but it. So here's the thing.
Hey, my print got done. Should I go get it?
If there's going to be severe weather in West Virginia tomorrow, I think I need to plan somewhere else to go activate. What do you think?
Probably, yeah.
Because I don't want to just rely on those in the car quick activations all day. I'd rather do in the car quick turnarounds and get to an next park activations where it's not.
That's true. You're going to do a late shift tonight, though, I assume.
Yeah, I'm going to do an early late.
Mo says go to Georgia.
It's hard to not do the early late when the bands are this bad because I got to give people every chance.
Bye, mommy noodles.
Have a good one, Kyle. Once a week, buddy. Once a week.
Might want to bookmark this, time code on the stream. That way we can go back to it because he'll come back and say, "No, I said once every 2 weeks."
Yeah, he's kind of like my brother. So when my brother was a senior in high school, me and him made a bet that within 5 years, he said that the Bengals was going to win the Super Bowl. And it was a $10 bet. And every year I tell him he owes me $10. He's like, "Oh no, that's next year that expires." Dude, you're in your late 40s. It's been more than 5 years.
Yeah, it's been more than 10 years. Yeah. So what's everybody in the chat got planned for the week coming up?
And while they're typing, and good news, yes, I am drinking this.
That number one.
But I'm doing very, very good on what I've said.
Well, how many is that for today?
This would be number 2.
Oh, so you skip lunch.
So I definitely some days I only end up doing 2. So, but if I stay up remotely late when I do that, my head is pounding. So
yeah. Man, back when I was in my 20s, probably even into my early 30s, I was in. If nobody knows my backstory, I don't care. I was in law enforcement for a number of years, and I lived on Mountain Dew, Marlboro Lights, and Goody Powder. And I'm surprised I still have any stomach lining left. I took so many Goody Powders, it was ridiculous. I mean, to the point where I was getting rebound headaches if I did not take a Goody Powder, even if I didn't need one. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Dom needs 23 new to him parks to hit 5,000.
And let me just tell you how impressive that is. If nobody knows Dom, pretty much all of those, I'm going to say 99.5% of those 5,000 parks that he has hunted are all park to parks.
Yep.
It's incredible.
Dom is another one like me. His hunter stats are based more off his park to parks than they are off hunter stats.
It's absolutely incredible to have 5,000. That is nuts, dude.
That's it's crazy because sometimes I look at my hunter numbers and I'm like, where did all this come from?
Yeah.
And then I look and it's all part. Like I think I'm a 4-tier Oasis hunter at the Trail of Tears.
It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts.
It's insane.
Because we all know you don't get off the porch that often. So, I mean, it has to be park to park. Yeah.
See, I wonder where a new park is for Dom that I could go to. I'm going to bet you that logging walk-in will be a new park to him.
Yeah. All right, FSZ, good to see you, buddy. Y'all don't forget the sale he has going on. Gene McPhee from Killeen, Texas. Welcome, welcome. He says he's late for duty. He'll fall on his sword later. He has 26,747 park to parks. Dear God. That's crazy, man. Most people don't have that many QSOs as an activator. You know what I mean? It's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
Dom's put out the numbers in his career. That's for sure.
Dom has the trick. Let me tell you what the trick is. I'm sure he don't care if I share because I mean people can figure it out anyway. He runs the bands like so. Most of the time, if he has a while to stay out there, he'll start in like the advanced section of like 40 just to get the the early birds, right? Then he'll move up into the general section, grab those folks. Then he'll move up the bands. He'll go to 20, all the way up to 10. And then he'll do the loop one more again. He'll come back around spot on 40 and then run the bands one more time to get everybody he missed. That's genius. If the hunters are paying attention and don't double hunt them. But I like the tactic.
Yeah, he has way more patience than I do.
That's very true. That's very true.
Which most activators have more patience than I do, because we all know that I don't like to continuously say CQ. It drives me crazy.
Jerome says he doesn't get the whole POTA thing. He just likes to rag chew. You know what, buddy? That's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I mean, I'm in the POTA. Most of the people here in the chat are in the POTA. James I think he's heard of POTA once or twice in his life. But if that's your thing, buddy, awesome. There's many facets of ham radio that you can be interested in, man. It's find your little niche of what you like to do and run with it, brother. Run with it.
Absolutely. And believe it or not, there are POTA activators that will gladly rag to you.
Yeah. Matter of fact, if you ever hear
Kilo Bravo Niner Juliet Quebec uniform.
Him, but I wasn't going to go there. I was going to mention somebody else. If you ever hear my buddy up in New York, KB2 FMH, Kilo Bravo 2 Foxtrot Mike Hotel, and if you want to rag chew with somebody on a POTA activation, I don't care how big his pileup is, he will talk to you. So yeah, I mean, if that's your thing, man, go do it. Have fun with it. That's the whole point of doing what you're doing, and just have fun.
Yeah. It's all about what you like to do.
He says he's old. What do I know? You know a lot more than most people. The old people, the older generation, I'm getting there. I just turned 46, and I realize that's not old, but you have a lot to give. You know a lot more than a lot of people. So I mean, it's not what do you know, it's what do you want to share. Elmer or somebody. That's pretty cool. Chris said his bladder don't last that long in a park.
He's seen that. I've seen that.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a good time to move to West Virginia for you, Chris.
There you go.
Because I was doing an activation the other night, and because I have slacked off of this and I'm drinking water like crazy, my bladder does not act like it should either.
Yeah.
And it was cold the other night, and I was activating in the car, and I'm activating, and I had to crack the door open and go right up the side of the door while keeping the pile up going.
Oh my goodness gracious!
And I would have loved, I'd love for people to sit there,
Wait a
what's
minute.
that noise, James?
Yeah. Okay. Let me write this down on my notebook. It's thing to ask James during this pile up. Is your door open or closed?
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
he
It's
says
not the
it's
not the
it's the
age.
mileage.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now I am the oldest person in chat.
Yeah, you got about 400 miles on you.
I'm the oldest person in the chat, and I'm not talking about miles that I travel for activating either. I'm talking about body miles. That your 81 don't
Yeah.
even touch my body miles. My
But
body is about 7,000 years old.
but funny thing, Dad is 81 years old and just getting started. His old lady said the same thing.
You know, I'm gonna give him a shout out. I'm gonna give him a shout out. So, you know, when he committed to the PZN challenge at the beginning of this year, like everybody else, he wholeheartedly is putting himself into this. He just recently has got him an ATOS to where he has a mobile setup to hunt me more while he's out. And you know that's an amazing thing. I'm really grateful to have hunters like Dad. You know, James Walker. He's a great hunter, and it's a blessing. That's why it doesn't matter what Mr. Sun up there does. I'll fly that green flag and go because I'm going to get activated.
That son. I thought you meant his son. I was like, it doesn't matter what he does anyway.
His son, which is a great friend of mine, also is not the hunter that his daddy is because he has been unable to compete the PZN challenge.
That is true. Yeah, Dad hit us on the
but in his defense, he did hunt me in his underwear with one sock on this morning. So
That's
he
true.
said,
That's true. I don't want to know what the other sock and where it was and why it was not on his foot. So we'll just leave that there. But Dad did hunt us on the ATAS that he was trying out, and it sounded great during our activation for sure.
No, I called him out. So Steven cross-moded me. So he hunted me CW while I was doing voice, and he messed up one of the letters in his call when he was doing it. And I was like, Kilo Delta 9, Uniform Delta Victor is a little bit rusty, 5 and 9. So I get this text, and he's like, hey, man, I had a gig last night. It was a late night. I'm hunting you in my underwear and one sock.
That's why he couldn't send CW so well. The sock slipped off his hand, I guess.
Yeah, he didn't say the one sock was even on his foot. He just said, and one sock. We'll leave that up to everybody's imagination.
Oh, man.
The Hillbilly Ham, good evening to you as well, buddy.
Hey, what's up, man? Good to see the chat starting to fill up as we're getting close to the end of the stream. We still got some time to go.
Well, the chat fills up at the end on Sunday night because they all just want to know, is James going out to do an early late?
Yeah.
So if you are here to make sure that I'm doing an early late, you better make sure and smash the like button because we need to get them likes up there, which you guys have been doing a whole lot better doing.
Matter of fact,
Truffle Butter filling up, but not the likes. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Can you do a little bit of quick math real fast, Brian, and let us know what the percentage of people watching versus who have liked? There
we go. He said he was old, but he even clicked the like button.
Absolutely.
Hopefully you also subscribe, Jerome, and welcome, man. We typically do just throw it around sort of wild live stream on Sundays, and then on Wednesdays we do a ham radio related topic and stuff. So then of course videos.
Oh, I like that call sign. Alpha Juliet 4 Alpha Charlie.
That's a good CW call sign.
Yeah. Yeah. My next CW call sign is going to be Alpha Echo 5 Echo Hotel India.
Oh, I can't remember the call, but man, I did one the other day that was just, it like, I'm like, I don't even know if I can send this. I tried like 4 times and messed it up. And I could send all the letters just fine by themselves, but putting them together was just, it was just murder.
I didn't have any trouble at all sending people's call signs when I activated, but check this out. Just to show you how rusty I was.
Brian says one out of 2
Yeah.
people have clicked the like button.
So I was sending CQ by hand, and I didn't have any trouble sending other people's call signs, but I couldn't send my own call sign to save my life. Go figure, you know.
It happens, you know. It does. So.
Yeah, we made it through. We had fun. That's what counts. Oh, we're up to 2/3 now. The pie slices are closing. We need to get that to be 100%.
We need to be 4/3.
Yeah, we need to be 4/3. That's right. Did you say 4 turds?
Yeah, 4/3. That's a pile up.
Yeah. Absolutely, 4 turds is the pile up. Turd.
Next time you come into my pile up, Max, and going turd. I was like, I got a pile up.
I ought to print a coin for him and just put turd on it. I think I'm.
So you've been enjoying your new 3D printer, huh?
I'm gonna print a turd coin. I have, man. It's been a lot of fun. It's a learning curve, you know, and I'm messing up a lot, but it's fun. You know, luckily, you know, filament's cheap. So
yeah. I love my printer. I've just recently printed about 18 pink ducks on it.
A buddy of mine, let me see if I can pull this up in a way that
he didn't even bat an eye when I said that either.
No, I didn't. A buddy of mine printed something. He has a Prusa XL. Let me download this picture because I can't share it in the medium that it's on because
so Gene has a turd medal. I would love to know what kind of event you were in to get a turd medal.
Yeah.
Now I have operated before with the turd operator.
Yes. And he still says that too, by the way. All right. I got the picture downloaded of a print that he just finished up today. Let me I opened it on the wrong monitor. Or the wrong workspace, rather. Okay.
I love my 3D printer. I have the FlashForge Adventure Pro 5M, I believe it is. Yes, it needs to print some challenge coins.
All right.
He's a dime to get that VZN challenge coin from last year.
I
have been working on a design for it, if it makes you feel better.
I had to download the image because I couldn't really share the whole screen because there's kind of some corporate information on there I couldn't share. But he has a Prusa XL, which can do head swaps. So you can run multi-filament, right? And it's really fast. That's a 3D print that he did.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. And he's been doing a lot of, you know, portraiture, you know, type stuff because he can do, 5 different colors. At once.
That's some really advanced stuff stuff right there.
Yeah. He's been having a lot of fun with it.
I would not think that is a 3D print at all.
Yeah. It's absolutely incredible. I don't see if he posted anything else that he's done lately. He showed me a couple of them that he's done in person. Oh, yeah, here's one. All right, so this was a go back to StreamYard here. Which way am I going? Okay. This is a 17-hour print that he just did. Let me stop sharing this one. I'm new to this technology. Here's a 17-hour print that he did.
Nice.
I mean, it's absolutely just amazing stuff that you can do.
I mean,
Insane.
I've printed some cool stuff, but that's way out of my league.
Yeah.
Way out of my league. I have thought about doing the modifications to get mine to do the 2 cover prints.
Right.
There are manuals for StreamYard.
I know I got messed up because I had to pull that off of my other workspace. So I had to slide to my other workspace, open up the program, and download the pictures from our chat program that we use internally at the office. And I had to transfer them back to this workspace. I was getting confused of where I was.
Yeah, dude, I do it all the time. Like I'll have so many things open, doing so many things. Like I'll be in ChillPad talking to Patreons and stuff, and somebody will ask me something. For some reason, I want to go back to them, and I'll try to get rid of whatever I'm on, and I'll X totally out of ChillPad.
How do you accidentally do that, man? Your mouse pointer is this big.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
You know, Jerome, you're not too far away from me if you're up in Houston County. Yes, sir. Warner Robins. Not too far away from me at all. You were right near Alpha Echo 4 X-Ray Oscar, Georgia Parks and Propagation as well.
Good deal.
Maybe,
You guys need to get him into doing some rag chew POTA.
Yeah. Next time, matter of fact, next time I go to Georgia Veteran State Park, they're just outside of Cordele. I'll let you know. See if you want to meet up to show you what the POTA activation is all about. Robbie said he just got back from Houston County. Mo's currently in Houston County. That's right. You cannot go through Houston County without stopping at Buc-ee's. That is absolutely true. That is a mandatory stop. Even if you're not hungry, even if you don't have to go to the bathroom. If you walk into a Buc-ee's bathroom, it is so immaculate, it'll make you want to go to the bathroom. Just saying.
Only thing I want to do is go straight to the fudge or the banana pudding.
Yeah.
So,
man, if Buc-ee's was 3 miles away from me, I would weigh a ton.
Yeah. I probably don't need to live anywhere near a Buc-ee's, but I would like to be closer to a Buc-ee's than I am, but not somewhere really close. It'd be dangerous for me.
Yeah, the fudge and the jerky is where it at. Their barbecue sandwiches ain't half bad either.
Because after I do get the Dr. Pepper cut out, I'll have to start on something else too.
Are you going to sell your shares?
And Dr. Pepper, no, I can't sell my shares.
What are you going to start on? Soda water?
Well, I'm saying I'll have to start on knocking something else out that's bad for me. So I don't know what that'll be yet. It won't be cheese.
You'll get over that hump where you start getting the headaches from the caffeine deprivation, because that's what I had to get over when I got rid of Mountain Dew. Now I drink mostly water, and I have to have my cup of coffee or two in the morning just to get rid of that. Well, one, it wakes me up, but two, if I don't, I'll get a headache. But that amount of caffeine it'll last me through the day. And the rest of the day, I'm just on water. It's rare that I drink a soda. Every now and again, I do like a nice cold Coca-Cola or something like that, but not very often.
Yeah, it's just a health choice for me.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
I drink way too much of it, as anybody who's ever been around me sees. So, I need to come off of it.
Well, you drank it like it was on the bottom of the food pyramid.
You know, lose some of this weight, give my back a little less strain, and I actually thought about digging out my bag, and since I'm cutting down on the Dr. Pepper, and start going to, before I go activate in the morning, go to the gym and start doing some rounds on the bags again. But then there's the thought of what that puts back in my head.
Do you have a place to hang a heavy bag at the house?
Not here, no. I'd put a heavy bag here, and it'd rock this whole house.
It tear the framing down. Yeah.
Well, I don't know now about now, but I can tell you when I was training that my hooks could pretty much rock any house.
Right. Brian says only 8 more likes to get to 100%.
8 more likes, and I'm gonna bet that it won't happen. Not 100%. We might get 8 more likes, but that means 10 more people jumped in here. Plus, we've got 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So, Dan, what you got coming up?
Man, not a whole lot. Another week at work coming up, and hopefully everybody enjoyed their bands on Not Fire QSO Party weekend. It was the Georgia QSO Party this weekend, so hopefully if you were hunting for Georgia counties, you got your share of them. But other than that, see everybody coming up Wednesday, 8 o'clock, right here. We have our mainstream. We might have a good topic.
And welcome, Eric. Even though we're getting ready to head out of here, good you stop by. Make sure and click that like button since you popped in here. But yeah, for me, after this stream, I'm going to go out and do an early late shift, just in case the bands are crappy tomorrow. I'm giving you guys one more chance to make sure and get in the log tonight. And tomorrow will be another members only video drop. It's kind of a new style of video for me. So members who watch it, please give me a comment. Tell me your thoughts on it. Because I might start adding some of that into the regular YouTube mix. And I'll be activating every day and dropping videos, most of them too. And I've been doing a lot more satellite hunting. I try to get at least, one satellite in a day now. So
nice.
It's becoming quite fun for me. It's going to start being a part of my POTA activations very soon. So, all right. Other than that, thanks everybody for the super chats, and hopefully I'll catch you guys on the air and see everybody later. 73.